Hello everyone, this video is a 32, back again. We have another deck review for you today. Today we're looking at the House of the Rising Spade from Stockholm 17 and Lorenzo Gaziotto. And special thanks to Lorenzo for all the bonuses he sent me, the gifts he sent me with this order. I appreciate it. Great deck, stay tuned for the review. Alright, so this is the House of the Rising Spade by Lorenzo Gaziotto, Stockholm 17. First of all, there's a couple of things to show you that came with that he sent me. He sent me 3 of each deck. No gatekeeper, but that's okay. I'm not complaining. He sent me this beautiful carrot case, which is available. There was also a brick box available, but the carrot case is, I think, nicer. Nice little magnets, and this is actually, you can feel that. It's interesting. It's like an embossing, engraving, I guess. Very cool. And that's basically the back design you see on there. Yes, it is a one-way design. There is also, excuse me, some stickers, vinyl stickers, I guess they are, with the spade pip, the logo. Very nice. There's more. There's a nice little spade pip pin with the logo and the keyhole. There's also a pendant, no chain but the pendant, which basically the same thing. And there is this card guard slash coin with an actual keyhole in it. That's really nice. It's different from one side to the other. All very beautiful. I appreciate him sending me all this nice stuff. I like stuff like this. It's cool. So let's get to the cards. There's 2 versions, 2 variants, as they're called. The Pharaoh variant and the Cartomancer variant. Both of them feature tuck cases. Both of these tuck cases are actually produced by, everything is produced by someone different, basically. The Pharaoh variant was produced by the USPC. The Cartomancer was produced by Cartamundi. The tuck cases were produced by Oath Playing Cards by Lautrec. The tuck cases are in a matched stock. There is gold foil. There's also black foil on this one, white foil on this one, and embossing. Plus custom cutting, as you'll see on the back. The front says House of the Rising Spade with that mythical creature. I'm not sure what that is. I forgot to take that, looking that up into consideration, but it's basically kind of a lion body with wings and a snake tail. It's very interesting. And it says poker-sized playing cards on the very bottom. And you can see some of the black foil details in it. It looks like a bunch of pips is what it looks like. Don't know if you'll see the white, but it's got the same thing in there in white. It's just a lot harder to see in the lighting. I apologize, but it is what it is. On the one side, you have this beautiful detail. It looks like a window. There is a spear or a spade pip on the one end there, which is a little hard to see, I know. I apologize. And an X, Roman numeral X for 10. The other side, you get the 7, so that's 17, and more windows. Very nice, like architectural detail. House of the Rising Spade on top, embossed ever so slightly. The bottom, all sorts of ad copying information. It tells you, it says House of Rising Spades, Cartomancer variant, and Pharaoh variant. This one says printed by USPC. This one by Cartamundi, and designed by Stockholm 17. And also they've got the Oath Playing Cards logo on it because they did the tuck case. It's very nice. The back, you see the back designs again with the gold foil, the black foil, the white foil, embossing, all the fixings. The back design is very interesting, as you'll see. It's a one-way because you got these keys on there, keys to the kingdom, if you will, to the gate. And each one represents a different suit. And there's also that same suit represented on the key itself, not just on the handle of the key, but within the key. And there's also pips on each one of these sides as well. So it's a very one-way back design, but it's very nice looking. And this is the custom cut I was talking about on this part here. Very interesting, very nice. I like that. It's different. Going to the inside of the tuck case, you got keys and the 17 logo here. The same artwork that you see in black or white foil on the tuck case is on the inside in gold foil. And there's a key at the very bottom. You can't tell though. There you go. It's hard to see the inside. There's also, I forgot to mention, this writing in some kind of a foreign language, maybe Greek, I'm not 100% sure. I would imagine. Oh, great. This one you can see the inside a bit better. You got a nice window, lots of detail. There's more writing on there, some kind of a code, maybe a brick wall, pip. Very nice. Let's look at the white one, the Pharaoh. Yes, the Pharaoh, I believe it is. I have to double check. Yes, the Pharaoh variant, which is printed by USPC. It has gold metallic inks. You get this one card. It's like an informational card or ad card. It's got the same mythical creature. It's got keys. It's got the 17. And this writing. And it's in beautiful gold metallic ink. Very shiny. There you see the back design. Gold metallic inks on the backs as well. Very shiny. And of course, one way. Very nice. You get a double backer, although I'm not sure how much use it will be in a deck like this. The Joker's very nice Lorenzo style Joker with some symbolism in there. This one says Joker on the body. The other one, similar style but different, and it says Joker on the side in gold. And those are metallic inks in gold that you see on some of the faces. The Ace of Spades says Room 17, House of the Rising Spade. And then Roman numeral for 2017, Stockholm 17 playing cards on the bottom. 2018, sorry. It's the Roman numeral. Beautiful pip, lots of detail. Some people doing some magic. Let me tell you a bit as well about these cards before I continue. These are inspired by a place built for your imagination, an esoteric realm of mysteries built for cartomancers, cardists, magicians, collectors, card enthusiasts, etc., etc. So it's all about playing cards and people who use them and enjoy them. So pretty cool. And that's what you see in there. See some people playing cards, doing magic, learning, whatever. Very nice. And here's some places in that realm. We got the library, and there is gold metallic inks on those keys and on the border detail on the pip. And this is the aces, by the way. Ace of clubs is the cellar, and the ace of diamonds is the attic, and you can see the key has the shape of the pip on them as well. It's very nice. This deck does have no indexes. It's a one-way style. It is done in the format of vintage 1800s decks, 1800s poker decks, and was actually directly inspired by the 1800s Square Pharaoh deck by Russell Morgan. Beautiful court cards as well, as you'll see. Let me put this aside. One-way court cards. There is no indexes, just like old school decks. Beautiful. They're very nicely done. One way, they're mysterious. They're colorful. And then your number cards. They look just like a vintage deck with no borders, no indexes. Of course, these are printed by USPC on a linen or air cushion finish bicycle stock, I believe. It didn't actually specify the stock. I did have a minor complaint about the court cards. Not really a complaint, just a minor feedback. and that is that it's a little bit difficult to determine what is a jack, what is a king. There are certain ways to determine what it is. One of them is that it actually has a letter that says J, Q, K. So it tells you which one it is. That's a little thing that obviously you had to include to make it more usable. But still, it's a little hard to distinguish jacks from kings, particularly. Queens, obviously not. That's just a minor little thing that I would say. There is one minor little thing I would say as well about the tuck aces, and that is beautiful tuck aces. Love them. But unlike a USB-C or a Taiwan tuck ace, there's no fold line here. Part of that's because of the foil, the embossing, but there is no fold line, so if you fold it open too much, it could get damaged, could bend, as it's starting to. They should have included the fold line, like most traditional decks have. Just a minor thing. Those are the only minor issues I have with the decks. But let's look at the other one. This one's printed by Carter Mundi. This one has the B9 linen stock and finis. I think actually it's a Super Lux stock, but I'm not 100% sure that's what they used in this one. And it has beautiful gold foil on the faces and the backs. You get the same card as the other one here with the foil. Let's look at the backs. Very shiny, very foily. This one, of course, is black backs. And you do get the double backer. The Jokers, same thing, except all white for the writing. But basically the same thing, very shiny. The Ace of Spades, same as the other deck, except it's got gold foil on the faces. And then the other aces, they look like this. They got this nice kind of a ceramic look to them. They also feature sigils on them, the magic sigils as they're called. Also, I want to point out that this deck has been done to have a tarot feel. Still the one-way faces, still no indexes. There's also a bit of a different color between the faces from the reds to the blacks, which is a nice little touch. I like it. The quote cards you'll see are basically the same, except they have gold foil borders. That's the only foil detail on the faces, on the quote cards anyway. Very nice, beautiful, vibrant colors. And then the number cards, this is where you get the more of a tarot feel. The pips have been done differently than the other deck, and there is a value on top. Does you know what it is? They're very nicely done. The handle, very nicely as well. Considering all the foil and stuff like that, that could sometimes be an issue. But not in this case. They're beautifully done. Overall, I will say, despite the minor little things that I noticed and mentioned, it's just definitely a solid, like, 12 out of 10. You know, 10 out of 10. Well, okay, a 10 out of 10. I shouldn't go overboard. I wouldn't say 12 out of 10, but that's not realistic. But 10 out of 10 for sure. Yeah, I'm not usually a fan of decks that have no indexes. And I criticize them a lot when I see them on Kickstarter or whatnot. But in this case, they're done to represent, or with an inspiration of old school vintage decks from the 1800s that had no indexes. So I appreciate that. They're well designed and thought out. I like them a lot. Like I said, there's just those two minor little things, very minor. One, the identification of the distinguishability between the jacks and the kings could be an issue for some people, not everyone, and it could make it a little harder to use for certain things. And of course the tuck case, not having that fold line is just a minor thing. They're both very minor. Overall, beautiful decks. Awesome job by Lorenzo. Look forward to getting the other ones that he put out on Kickstarter not too long ago, that being the latest Raven decks. And that is that. Comment, rate, subscribe. Check out Stockholm 17, link in the description, where you can probably get these if they're available there at the moment. If not, they're available in many websites and card shops, magic shops. So that is that. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Special thanks again to Lorenzo for getting this my way. Apologize if this video is a bit long. We'll see you next time with more. Thanks for watching. See ya.